Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing 5 different store cupboard recipe ideas. These recipes are great if you want to stretch out your weekly meal shop to last up to kind of like 10 days or so. And it's just using up lots of bits in your cupboards that you may have just been leaving there for quite a long time, not knowing what to cook with them. I have got another 5 store cupboard recipes coming very, very soon. So if you want to see them and you don't want to miss them, then don't forget to press that subscribe button down below. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram because I post loads of different foodie content over there too. So if you want even more meal inspiration, then I will link my Instagram account down below and I would love for you to follow me over there too. So with all that said, I'm just going to jump straight on into this video and I'm going to talk you through the 5 different recipes I'm going to show you, and I'm also going to show you how I make each one. The first one I'm going to start off with is a coconut and chickpea curry. The ingredients you need for this meal is some coconut oil. You're going to need 1 onion, I'm using a red onion today, some garlic cloves, a nub of ginger. You want 1 tin of chickpeas and 1 tin of coconut milk as well. And then I've got 2 fresh tomatoes as well, but you can use tin tomatoes if that's all you've got. And then for your spices, you want some turmeric, cayenne pepper and garam masala as well. I've got 2 limes, salt and pepper and some coriander to finish off with at the end. So what you want to start off by doing is just heating up your coconut oil so that it melts, and then you want to add in your finely diced onion, your crushed garlic and your nub of ginger. I just whiz everything up in my handheld blitzer type thing. I just want to saute those off a little bit with some salt and pepper as well, and then I want to reduce down my heat and then add in my spices. I'll add in my garam masala, my turmeric and my cayenne pepper as well, and just stir that through for a couple more seconds. Once I feel that's nicely combined, I'll then add in my tomatoes as well as my chickpeas and my coconut milk. I'll then just let everything just simmer away for about 10 minutes or so to make sure all the flavors have combined. I will add the juice of 1 of my limes to the pot at this stage, and then I will just quarter up my other lime to serve with everyone's meal. Once everything's been simmering away for 10 minutes, I'm then just ready to serve up. So I serve this with some rice, my chickpea and coconut curry, and then I finish it off with some diced up coriander on the top and obviously a wedge of lime to squeeze on each dish. Next, I'm going to share a tuna, lemon and garlic linguine. The ingredients you need for this meal is some tuna, or you can get some crab meat if you want that instead. It's completely up to you. You're going to want some pasta, 1 lemon, some coriander. I've got 3 cloves of garlic, chili flakes, that's optional because that can make it quite spicy. And then I've also got some really good olive oil as well. So what I'm going to start off by doing is cooking my linguine in some salted water, just bringing it up to the boil and make it until it's got a little bit of a bite left to it. In a pan, I'm then just going to fry off my drained tuna along with my crushed garlic, some chili flakes and my olive oil as well. Once my linguine is nice and cooked, I'll add that into my pan along with my tuna, mix it all together, and then when I serve it, I will then just quarter my lemon and squeeze a quarter of a lemon on each person's dish, and then I will just sprinkle some coriander on the top and serve it. It's a really easy 10-minute meal, and as you can see, hardly any ingredients, so relatively cheap as well. Next up, we've got this really healthy and delicious 3 bean stew. The ingredients you need for this meal are 3 different types of beans. I've got haricot beans, black beans, butter beans. So those are the 3 I'm going to use, but you can use any ones that you like. I have also got some chopped tomatoes, 1 onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 2 peppers, 2 sticks of celery. I've got some tomato puree, and I'll also put in about 200 mils of veg stock as well. So what I'll start off by doing is just sauteing off my onion and my garlic in some olive oil. Once those have softened, I will add in my finely diced celery as well as my cubed up peppers. Once those have also just softened a little bit, I will then go ahead and just add in all of my beans, my chopped tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, and then my 200 mils of veg stock as well, and also some salt and pepper to finish off. I'll just let everything simmer away for quite a nice amount of time to make sure all those flavors are combining, and then it's ready to eat. The kids love this served in wraps with a little dollop of yogurt on top as well, but you can serve this with rice, You can serve it by itself. You can serve it however you like. You can also add some chilies in here as well if you want to add a little bit of spice to it, but my kids are a bit fussy sometimes with chili, so we just leave them out, and Chris and I add some cayenne pepper on top of ours at the end. This next meal is Spanish style lentils. So what I've got for this meal is 1 onion. I've got 5 cloves of garlic here because if you've been to Spain, you'll know that pretty much everything that they serve up is like loaded with garlic. So I wanted to put lots of that in here. I've got some carrots. I would normally also put some celery in here as well, but my celery's all been used up. I've got the other half of my chorizo. I've got some bay leaves. I've also got some red lentils here, which I've already soaked. There was literally about half the amount in here before I soaked it, and they've just puffed out completely. They've taken on loads of the water that has been soaked in. And then I've also just got some salt and pepper as well, but I forgot to put some paprika here because I'm going to be adding that to this dish as well. So what I'm going to start off by doing is just cut up my chorizo into little bits and fry that off to release all the oils from the chorizo. I will then remove that from the pan, but I will retain the oils in my pan to put the flavour into everything else. I'll then add in my finely diced onion and garlic to the pot, saute those off a little bit, and then I'll add in my little cubed up bits of carrot as well. Once those have softened a little bit, I will then go ahead and add in all of these lentils. I'll add in about 500 ml of veggie stock to begin with, but I'll just keep on adding some more if I need to. And I'll also add a bay leaf and 2 teaspoons of paprika. I will then put some salt and pepper in as well, and then just let everything bubble away for a good 20 minutes or so. I will keep stirring this throughout the 20 minutes to make sure none of my lentils are sticking to the bottom of the pan. And then once it's ready, I will just serve up. This is so nice just to eat by itself. It's almost like a soup, so if you eat it with a spoon, then that's the perfect way. You can also put a little dollop of yogurt on the top and add some chili flakes to it if you want to. Either way, it's so good and well worth a try. And lastly, we have got a really yummy chickpea stew. So the ingredients you're going to need for this is you're going to want to use half of this chorizo. So in this pack, this is 225 grams. So I'm going to be using 100 and about 115 in this meal. And then I'm going to use the other half in another meal this week. I've got 1 tin of chickpeas, a tin of chopped tomatoes, an onion, a lemon, 3 garlic cloves, paprika, 1 pepper, this is optional, and I've also got some cumin seeds as well. So what I'm going to start off by doing is dicing up my chorizo and then just frying that off in a pan. That's going to release loads of its own oil, so I'm not going to add oil to my pan to begin with, but I am going to retain those oils. Once my chorizo is nice and crispy, I'm just going to remove that from the pan and put it to one side, and then I'm going to add in my finely diced onion, my crushed 3 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and also my pepper, which I would have cut into little cubes. I will just saute those off for a couple of minutes, and then I'll add in my tin of chopped tomatoes, my drained chickpeas, and also the juice from my lemon, as well as 1 teaspoon of paprika too. I'll just let that all cook away nicely for a few minutes. Then I'll add back in my chorizo and let everything simmer for a good kind of 5-10 minutes to make sure all of those flavors are fully diffused into this dish. I just wanted to jump in here and say that I'm actually also going to add a veggie stock cube to this as well. I just gave it a taste and I definitely feel like it needs 1 of these in there and some salt and pepper too. After 5 or 10 minutes, you're then ready to serve up. Our favorite way to serve this is with some really nice chunky sourdough bread. We just toast it, put some butter on top, and then we scoop this mixture onto our bread and eat it just like that. It's a really yummy, warming winter meal for you. So that's it. Those are my first 5 store cupboard recipes I wanted to share with you. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.